The Stinky Cheese Man and Other Fairly Stupid Tales, Part 3. And you'll notice my hair keeps getting bigger and bigger as it dries because it's a little humid here. Just a little. Jack's Story. Once upon a time there was a giant. The giant squeezed Jack and says, "Tell me a better story, or I will grind your bones to make my bread, and when your story is finished, I will grind your bones to make my bread anyway. Ho, ho, ho." The giant laughed an ugly laugh. Jack thought, "He'll kill me if I do. He'll kill me if I don't. There's only one way to get out of this." Jack cleared his throat and then began his story. Once upon a time there was a giant. The giant squeezed Jack and said, "Tell me about a story. I will grind your bones to make my bread, and then when your story is finished, I will grind your bones to make my bread anyway. Ho, ho, ho." The giant laughed an ugly laugh. Jack thought, "He'll kill me if I do. He'll kill me if I don't. There's only one way to get out of this." Jack cleared his throat and began his story. Once upon a time there was a giant. The giant spit Jack and said, "Tell me about a story. I will grind your bones to make my bread, and when your story is finished, I'll grind your bones to make my bread anyway." Ho, ho, ho. The giant laughed and I'd laughed, and Jack thought, "He'll kill me if I do, he'll kill me if I don't. There's only one way to get out of this." Jack cleared his throat and said, etc., 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 because the story just keeps going on and on and on and on and on. The end. That's the giant infinitely squeezing Jack. Cinderrumpelstiltskin. Once upon a time there was a beautiful girl named Cinderella who lived with a wicked stepmother and two ugly stepsisters. These step-relatives were not only wicked and ugly, they also made Cinderella clean the house every day. One day the local prince announced that he was holding a fabulous ball at his castle. Everyone was invited. The stepmother and stepsisters got all dressed up, but as usual they made Cinderella clean the house, so she didn't really have time to get ready. After the stepmother and stepsisters left for the ball, Cinderella sat down and began to cry. Just then a little man appeared. "Please don't cry," he said. "I can help you spin straw into gold." "I don't think that will do me much good," said Cinderella. "I need a fancy dress, glass slippers, and a coach." "Would you like to try to guess my name?" said the clever little man. Cinderella looked at him. No, not really." "Come on, do you think it's Chester?" "If you don't have a dress, it doesn't really matter." "Oh, just guess a name, any name." "I'm not supposed to talk to strangers," said Cinderella. Then she closed the door and left the little man standing outside screaming, "Rumpelstiltskin, Rumpelstiltskin, Rumpelstiltskin!" When the stepmother and stepsisters got home from the ball, Cinderella told them about the strange little man. They still made her clean the house, and meaner still, they changed her name to Cinderrumpelstiltskin. The end. Oh no, that's tragic. The Tortoise and the Hare. Once upon a time there was a tortoise who was very slow, but very dependable. He would always get where he set out to go. It just took him longer than most people. One day Rabbit saw a tortoise walking slowly but surely down the road and said, "Tortoise, you are so slow, I could probably grow hair faster than you run." "Oh, yeah?" said the tortoise slowly. "Yeah," said the rabbit, so they decided to race. On the day of the big race, Tortoise and Rabbit lined up at the starting line. Owl said, "On your mark, get set, grow!" The tortoise started to run. Rabbit started to grow his hair. There's his hair growing up out of his head. Such a weird book. Tortoise ran, Rabbit grew his hair. 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 Tortoise is still running. Rabbit is still growing his hair. Not the end. Running and growing, running, growing. And there's the dogs greeting each other, the neighborhood dogs and our dog. And here comes the story. It's your turn, little man. It's your turn. Yay! The Stinky Cheese Man. Once upon a time, there was a little old woman and a little old man who lived together in a little old house. They were lonely, so the little old lady decided to make a man out of stinky cheese. She gave him a piece of bacon for a mouth, 2 olives for an eyes, and put him in the oven to cook. Hey, that's me! When she opened the oven to see if he was done, the smell knocked her back. Phew! What is that terrible smell? She cried. The stinky cheese man hopped out of the oven and ran out of the door calling, Run, run, fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the stinky cheese man. The little old lady and the little old man sniffed the air. I'm not really very hungry, said the little old man. I'm not really all that lonely, said the little old lady. So they didn't chase the stinky cheese man. The stinky cheese man ran and ran until he met a cow eating grass in a field. Whoa! What's that awful smell? Said the cow. There's the cow. The stinky cheese man said, I've run away from a little old lady and a little old man, and I can run away from you too. Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the stinky cheese man. The cow gave another sniff and said, I bet you could give someone 2 or 3 stomach aches. I think I'll just eat weeds. So the cow didn't chase the stinky cheese man either. The stinky cheese man ran and ran until he met some kids playing outside school. Gross, said the little girl. What's that nasty smell? I've run away from a little old lady and a little old man and a cow, and I can run away from you too. I can't. Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the stinky cheese man. The little boy looked up and sniffed the air and said, If we catch him, our teacher will probably make us eat him. Let's get out of here. So the kids did not catch the stinky cheese man either. I'm so fast. Oh, even the skunk's been knocked on his tail. By and by, the stinky cheese man came to a river with no bridge. How will I ever cross this river? It's too big to jump, and if I try to swim across, I'll probably fall apart, said you-know-who. Just then, the sly fox, who shows up in a lot of stories like this, poked his head out of the bushes. Why, just hop on my back and I'll carry you across, stinky cheese man. How do I know you won't eat me? Trust me, said the fox. So the stinky cheese man hopped up on the fox's back. The fox swam to the middle of the river and said, Oh man, what is that funky smell? The fox coughed, gagged, and sneezed, and the stinky cheese man flew off his back into the river where he fell apart. The end. Wait a second. That wasn't a good story. That did not end happily. I thought these were supposed to be happy. Fairly stupid. I'm sorry. Never mind. Shh. Be very quiet. I moved the end paper up here so the giant would think the book is over. The big lug finally fell asleep. So now I can sneak out of here. Just turn the page very quietly, and that will be the... I found the wheat, I planted the wheat, I grew the wheat, I harvested the wheat, I ground the wheat, I made the dough, and I baked the bread, said the little red hen. Did anyone help me? Did anyone save space for my story? So now, said the little red hen, who thinks they're gonna help me eat the bread? Bread? Said the giant. Eat? Said the giant. Oh my, I think the giant may have had a chicken sandwich. Oh no! The end. Thank you for listening to The Stinky Cheese Man and Other Fairly Stupid Tales by Jon Scieszka and Lane Smith. Their books are super fabulous, including The Happy Hockey Family. I recommend that one if you can find it. Oh, that's just by Lane. But all their books are awesome. So thank you for listening, and have a great day.